Good morning, true crime friends. Listen, we are back here together again to talk about a little gossip and a little true crime. But first, hit the like button on this video. Turns out you got to hit the like on each one. I somehow have been on YouTube, like watching things for years, and I hit like here and there. But you're supposed to hit like on each video and then subscribe to the channel so you could come join us here every morning for a little cup of coffee. So look, yesterday, Austin Ford was sentenced, and I was like, okay, will the state retry him? Will his mama do prison time? How much time is he actually going to get? And what would the victim impact statement say? Let me tell you. The bottom line is Austin got 10 years, right? Well, he got like 20 years aggregate. So 10 years of confinement and 10 years of probation. That's a long time to be on probation, especially since you can't drink, you can't use drugs. You got to like stay on the straight and narrow. I mean, he's probably going to have like a glass of champagne at his wedding or whatever. But according to his probation, he can't drink, he can't do drugs, and he got to do like all the things. But to me, honestly, that sentence is fair. And this is why. His BFF, now, listen, I believe that he helped her unalive herself. And by help, I just mean like he was there with her so that she was not alone, which is sweet. But, sir, you can't, there's laws and you can't, you can't do that. But, and then he stole her car. Even if she said, you know what I want you to do? Take my car and put it over there, and take the gun and put it over here. This is a bad plan. I mean, honestly, this girl was already full of bad plans because her first plan was, let's go to the park so I can unalive myself. And I get that he was like, why are you freaking out? Let's calm down, blah, 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 whatever. Personally, I believe that she was in the unaliving kind of mood. You know, you can't say that S word here on the nice YouTubes. But I think she was depressed with SI, that unaliving ideation. And that's terrible. I have friends and family who have lost children to that, teenagers to that, and those who have like narrowly missed losing their teenagers to that situation. And it's heartbreaking. There's absolutely nothing funny about that. If you are feeling like you're hopeless, there is help available for you. I'm gonna try and find the unalive hotline, and I'm gonna put it down here in the description or in the comments or something like that, because it's really, really important that we take care of our mental health. But look, in this situation, I think this family, sadly, heartbreakingly, still in denial, because they're like, she was not SI. She would never unalive herself. Ma'am, you read her diary, right? Because it said right there in her diary, that's where she was at. But y'all still like, And how dare you say she was overweight? She was loved. Child, I was fat for years, still kind of on the fat side. I'm loved. I'm adorable. I'm darling. Anyway, that notwithstanding, Mr. Austin, he has some character witnesses that it's nice that they came. I don't know how much they helped. So look, this dude who was like a preacher down at the church, and also Austin's coach came, and his coach was like, I've known Austin for many years. Yes, he comes to the church, and does he help out? Does he volunteer for the men's ministry and all this other stuff? Not that I recall. Was he there Wednesday night Bible study? Was he passing out the communion? Was he helping in the children's church? Something like that. He showed up from time to time. He brought a girlfriend. Okay, that's cool. But church, no. Then the minister also said, well, I don't know the polite way to say this. Austin was slow. Sir, don't help. Please, don't help. But if that's true, I mean, yes, he had a learning disability. Yes, he dropped out of high school. But like these things happen. And you want to drop out of high school, you need to drop out of high school, drop right on out, but go and get your GED. And what he was going to do, he was scheduled to go to Job Corp, and then the pandemic hit. That makes perfect sense to me, honestly, because listen, things are not going right in your life, especially if you're poor, but even if you're not poor, go on to Job Corp. Job Corp hook you right up. And you know how I know? Because I have a kid who went to Job Corp. Now, he had graduated high school, which put him head and shoulders above a lot of the people that he met at Job Corp. But he was undisciplined. He was on my nerves. He had a whole lot of mouth. And I told him he had to get the F out of here. In those words, I did not use the letter. I used the actual word. Because I'm not that mama who's going to be like, oh, he won't do right, and he won't get a job, and he won't drive his brother to school. What you're not going to do is stay here at my house. Oh, don't even get me started about that time in my life. That boy was this close. Listen, it was about to be a homicidal trial over here. The case of gossip, rumor, and innuendo against her son who wouldn't do right. Because I was mad. I was a big man. Made his little brother walk to school in the rain because he was like, he didn't wake me up in time. He should have woken me up early. He's 7. You're 19. I'm gonna need you. Okay, so look, don't make me go off because, you know, these children just take me there. Anyway, so I was like, you got 30 days. because I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you. Mr. I can't work here and I can't work there. And we don't roll like that. This is a working household. We are wage earners in this household. If you are not willing to earn a wage or pull your weight around this house, you want to be a stay-at-home mom? Great. Then you're going to need to do some stay-at-home mom things. You're going to be the stay-at-home kid? Great. You're going to need to do all the things. I roll up in this house. 6 o'clock in the evening, you sitting here filthy, smelling up my whole living room in your pajamas, asking me what's for dinner. He's lucky I did not unalive him on the spot. So anyway, all of this back to Job Corp. I was like, no, you got to go. And he was like, well, where am I going to go? And then the Job Corp people called him and they said, oh, we have a placement for you at Oneonta. And then he said, I read the reviews of Oneonta and they did not get good reviews. You know what's going to have worse reviews? The Shed. The streets, they have terrible reviews as well. Not enough people have stayed in them to know that they don't have a Yelp review. But you know what's going to have a real bad Yelp review? You're behind when you're out here in these streets, because I'm not doing this with you. So, listen, my pressure. Talking about that job, got my pressure up. But here's the good news. Job Corp called. Next time they call with the placement, I don't even think he checked the Yelp reviews. He was like, oh, I guess I'm going to have to go. Yeah, I guess you are. And you know where they sent him? Not to Oneonta. That's not that far from here. I mean, it's far, but like not crazy far. They sent him right up there by the border of Canada. Great. You gone up there, you and the cows or whatever, do what y'all gonna do. You're not gonna do it in his house. And so he took his behind to Job Corp. And then his friend was like, I'm not doing nothing either. My mama's ready to kick me out. I'll go with you. Great. You gonna know somebody. Y'all have a good time. Job Corp, honey, they sent him a plane ticket. They picked him up at the airport. They sent him the things for, like, if your baggage is going to be overweight, no problem. All I had to do was drop his behind off at the airport. They had the ticket. They had everything paid for. It was all set. They picked him up from the airport. They paid for his clothes, his food, his shelter. It's like going to camp and prison, all rolled into one. But also kind of like the military, because half the people up there at the Job Corps, some of them were there because, like, they couldn't graduate high school. They didn't graduate high school, whatever. Their parents were sick of them. That's the camp that my son fell into. And he needed to do something with himself. So I was like, this has turned into a commercial for Job Corp. But y'all, I love Job Corp. I sing the praises of Job Corp. So he goes up there and he was like, these people are hard to live with. Boo, you are hard to live with. So go on and enjoy your kinfolk, because we don't know you around here. Oh, when he left, my house was peaceful. I have a bunch of other children. What I'm not going to do is sit here and have you messing up my whole flow. Everything was cool, and then you going to start acting crazy? Not in my house, you know. So he goes up to Job Corp. He got a job. He got a uniform. But he didn't get a job. He got a trade. They're like, oh, we have all these different trades you can choose from. But before you decide, you have to do like 2 weeks in each one. So for the first 30 days, you can't come home at all. I was like, that's perfect, because I don't want him over here no way. There was no cell phone signal. Oh, so nice. So he's up there in the woods at, which one did he go to? He went to the, what was it called? The Iroquois National Forest. Look on a map and see how far the Iroquois National Forest is from Bergen County, New Jersey. It's far. And I say that as a person who rarely drives more than 15 minutes in a wheeled vehicle ever. Sometimes I drive for 20 minutes, not much further than that, to get anywhere under any circumstances. So 6 hours away in the middle of the woods where there's cows and no cell phone service, and Canada is right over there. That was perfect for him. Child, he was up there. They gave him like a 10, 11 month program or whatever. He chose a trade. He's going to be a little carpenter. Okay, great. So he goes up there to the Job Corps. And then I think he came home after like several weeks. No. He came home after several months for just like a weekend visit. You know what they did? You think they flew him back home? No, they put his behind on a Greyhound. Good luck with that. My child had never been on a Greyhound. Why would he have been on a Greyhound bus? Ain't no call for that. So they put his behind on a Greyhound, and he drove for, it's a 6-hour drive. So it was like a 3,000-hour Greyhound bus trip. So he got a little diesel therapy driving on down here. And then when the weekend was over, I was like, bye. You get that? You're not staying here, bye. So he was up there. And when he finally got some privileges, he was like, Ma, can I come home? Nope. You gotta finish your program. Ma, okay, I've been here 3 months. Can I come home? Nope. That program finished? You done with your program? Nope. See ya. Bye. He did an 18-month program in 9 months. Suddenly, my child was an overachiever. He's still an overachiever to this day. He came back from Job Corp. Child, he had all kinds of certificates and licenses and stuff like that. And I was like, Job Corp has saved a life. His, because I was this close, I'll tell you. So anyway, my child came home. He got a job. He learned a trade. Before, he wouldn't wash his behind, much less wash a bathroom floor. He called me from Job Corp like, Mommy, you have to talk to the RA because I am not getting proper cleaning supplies up here. Oh, well, now you the Lindsay of Job Corp? Okay, Lindsay. We don't use the word Karen because my sister's name is Karen and she is a delight. But them Lindsays, they don't be acting right. So I was like, okay, Lindsay. All right, I see you. So he came back. He still don't keep his room clean, but he earned money. He became a leader. He got skills. He got his whole life together. That boy has worked from that day to this. That was 5 years ago, 6 years ago. It was a long time ago. But Job Corp saves lives. That's all I'm saying. So Austin Ford, now that I'm child, that was a tangent. But Austin Ford was planning to go to Job Corp, which would have really been good for him, because he clearly wasn't going to church and he couldn't read good and all that other stuff. So Job Corp gets you a trade and they get you your high school diploma. You get it quick, fast, and in a hurry to take your GED and all that other stuff. So but then this situation jumped off. Honestly, if you're not that bright, situations like this can tend to jump off. I'm just saying. And why was this girl, if this girl was so brilliant and this dude was so slow, why would they be BFFs? This is what I need to know. Parents, I'm going to need y'all to look at yourselves in this situation. I know your hearts are broken. This was an only child, an only grandchild. Like this entire situation, she was everybody's baby. But even though their eyes were open and they were loving on her, they could not see her. And it's heartbreaking. Look, take your kids to the therapist. That's all I'm saying. Take them to church, take them to school, take them to the therapist. That's BetterHelp. Can I get a BetterHelp sponsorship? Because I'm all about that BetterHelp life. Or whoever, whatever therapist you need, go on see them. And then Austin's mama's trial happened. And I was like, well, this is what I am here for. To give you a brief history, during the course of the trial, Austin's mama got caught taking pictures in the courtroom. After the court said on several occasions, every day of court, power your phone all the way off. Don't just turn it down. Power your phone all the way off. And she was like, okay, somebody told me that did not apply to me. Girl, what you're not going to want to do is run afoul of that judge. I really liked that judge. You're not going to want to run afoul of that judge. That judge was like, did you not hear what I said when I said turn that phone off? Look, that judge was channeling Angry Mama. Y'all saw me Angry Mama just a minute ago. This judge got Angry Mama on lock. If I was her child, the minute she said something, I'd be like, yes, ma'am. I don't even say ma'am because I'm like, But that judge, And so the court people caught her taking pictures on her cell phone. They had the deputy come up. Yes, Your Honor. I saw the heifer. She was sitting over there. Her phone was in video mode. She was taking pictures. She was breaking all of your rules. You got any other questions, Your Honor? Because she's raggedy. That's not what she said. I'm summarizing. So, they were like, okay, Mrs. Ford, whatever your name is, Teresa, Kelly, Sarah, Samantha, I don't know what her name is. Mrs. Ford, can you please take the stand? And we go, oh, I don't even think her last name was Ford. Whatever. Austin's mama, can you please take the stand? And I'm going to ask you some questions about your triflingness and your misbehaving in my courtroom. And she was like, yes, Your Honor. My nerves and my anxiety was getting the best of me. And I was looking at the jury. And they were disengaged. They were not paying attention. And I thought they should be paying attention. And one kept falling asleep. And then the other juror would wake them up and blah, blah, blah. And, ma'am, that's not how you handle that situation. You say to your son's lawyer, Mr. Attorney, that juror is falling asleep. And then the lawyer will bring it to the attention of the judge. What you don't do, in case you were unaware, is take a picture of them on your cell phone in court. That's never going to go good for you, right? Is Austin's mama also slow? I'm just asking for myself. Just want to know. We're not going to hold it against her. Austin's mama maybe could have benefited from Job Corp. That's all I'm saying. She could have got some discipline. She could have learned to follow a rule. She probably would have got a free plane ticket to someplace. But anyway, so the judge was like, okay, I hear what you're saying. Your anxiety was getting the best of you, and you thought that by taking a picture of the jury that was going to help the situation. I promise you, heifer, it's not. Again, I'm summarizing because she ain't call her a heifer in open court. But we heard the heifer in her voice, right? Like, we heard her intonation. She was like, ma'am, what did I say to you? Did not tell you. I was like, oh, the judge is mad. So she's like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take your phone. The lady was like, well, it's an iPhone. I'm not used to an iPhone. I'm like, lady, you cannot use the iPhone defense. That is not a defense. Most people use the iPhone to try and get out of crime. You trying to use your iPhone to excuse a crime? Not going to go good for you. So then the judge is like, okay, I hear what you're saying, but you heard my rules, right? You heard me say on numerous occasions, by the tone of the judge's voice, I was like, oh, this heifer going to jail. She going to jail. Straight to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. The judge was like, I sentence you. I find you guilty. I was like, oh, that's what I'm going to start saying to my kids when they don't behave. I'm going to be like, I find you guilty of breaking my rules. I am a judge in my very own home. I just realized it now. Although I've been exacting punishment for years because, like I said, I got 4 sons, and sometimes mama's gonna have to mama. So the judge was like, I find you guilty. I sentence you to $1,500. You know she ain't got $1,500. You think she got that lady $1,500? She about to be down at the payday loan play. She about to be dropping it like it's hot at the club. She about to her family. She gonna have a GoFundMe. I would like to raise $1,600 just to be safe. Plus, I can use that extra $100. She gonna have a GoFundMe because I guarantee she ain't got $1,500. But maybe she can make payments or something like that because it's not that much money. You can make some payments, get that $1,500. $100 a month, you'll be done in like less than a year and a half. Well, 15 months. Anyway, so he was like, and court costs and blah, blah, blah. Also, I sentence you to 3 days in the county jail. 3 days in the county. Look. Y'all know I don't do jail. I don't do prison. I'm not going to visit you. I might write you a letter. Maybe, probably not though. Haven't written one yet. And lo, these 53 years, I have never written a letter to prison. My husband has though, because, he got old, like childhood friends who did wrong or whatever. Good for him. I'm not about that life. But I guess if like somebody close to me, unclear. Anyway, she was like, I sentence you. I would give up iPhone. I would give up cell phones forever. I would give up ever. 3 days? 3 days? I could not do it. I could not. You got to share a room. The conditions are probably not that sanitary. I'll bet you the coffee is terrible. The food is bad. How long? Is a 3-day hunger strike meaningful? Because I get the feeling the food is not that good, but if I get hangry, it is not good. Listen. Y'all know how I feel about food. Food is very close to my heart. Can you bring your own food? Can you bring a sack lunch? Can you bring some campus supplies or something, some MREs? I couldn't do 3 days in jail. I'm about to drive under the speed limit from now on. There's no way on God's green earth. Yes, her son is doing 10 years. That's terrible. That's him. That's not me. I couldn't do it. 3 days? Your Honor, I would like you to quadruple that fine. And I can't do 3. She gonna be in jail till Saturday. Saturday. Do you know how many days that is? That's 2 more days. I couldn't do it. Child, that sentence made me sweat. The 10 years, this is the way I'm thinking about it, right? 10 years when it's somebody else. Oh, that's not that bad. You can do 10 years. You're gonna be fine. You got a year, child. They call that a bullet. You're just doing a quick little bullet. 3 days and it's me going, oh no. Can I appeal? How do I appeal? Can I appeal right now? I appeal to your sense of I really need Starbucks and I'm very, very, very sorry and I will never do it again. I promise you none of my other children will be involved in a robbery or a murder. I promise. Please don't send me to jail for 3 days. I don't want to go to jail for 3 minutes. I don't. She's lucky she didn't get 3 months if you want the truth. But 3 days, that's not enough time for you to get used to it. See, that's the thing. If you stay there long enough to get used to it, maybe you could adjust. In 3 days, the amount of therapy I would need following 3 days in prison. I went to camp when I was a child. I was like, is this legal? There are bugs and I have to sleep on a hard mattress. Somebody told me in one of the other cabins, they saw a mouse. I think my parents don't like me. Clearly that's what this situation is. My parents are out to get me. My mama want to be out here living wild and free. Yes, she's a nice Christian lady, but I don't know what she's doing over there at the house with no kids home. She's a divorcee. She probably like, these kids is gone. I don't know what she did in that week. And then after that, my sister would go back every year. I was like, oh, no, thank you. This is not for camping. Do you know what off smells like? It's disgusting. Have you seen these showers? And that's before we knew to wear shower shoes. You was just barefoot standing on mold. Do you know what I could have gotten? I still have PTSD. That happened when I was 6. That was 1976 in June for 1 week. I remember it vividly. It is seared in my memory. That's probably why I haven't been to prison, because I went to Spring Mill Bible Camp. Hey, Spring Mill, shout out to y'all. You're a lovely Bible camp, but not for me. I'm super just not into the Bible like that. I mean, it's fine, whatever. Good for you. Enjoy your nice Bible, but not for me. And camp, and we slept in cabins. There are people in this world who just go out and pretend to be homeless on the weekends for no reason. They got tents, they got little stoves, they got all of the things. Now listen, I love camping things. Oh, I love the shopping. I love the accoutrement. I love all of it. But actually going into the woods, no thank you. Do you know who lives in the woods? Not me, but bears and bugs and small woodland creatures. I don't go in my backyard. I look at it from here. I got a window. You see that window? That window right there. We have a nice big yard. It's so pretty. You know who goes back there? Nobody. Not my children. The dogs run around. And periodically a woodland creature, a whole lot of deer. But you know who does not go out there? Me. I have enough room to have a big giant garden. You know where my garden is? On my deck, because nature. I love nature. I could look out of my window all day. I will watch nature documentaries from now until forever. But you know what I'm not going to do? Put my feet in that grass. Why I got to have my feet in the grass? Sand? Yeah, I'll put my feet in some sand. But grass? It just occurred to me, this is not at all about true crime. Although it is true crime adjacent, because we did talk about Austin and his mama and them 3 days in prison. I wouldn't want to spend 3 days camping in my own backyard where there's a bathroom right there. But listen. We're going to say a prayer to who is an outdoors person. To Steve Irwin. We're going to pray to Steve Irwin. That nature dude, the crocodile dude, he seemed to like outside. Good for him. You see where that landed him, no? On the other side of glory, not here with us. So, okay, whatever, Steve Irwin. We're going to say a prayer to Steve Irwin for Austin's mama in her 3 days of prison, because I couldn't do it. But look, what I can do is take my behind to the gym. Because look. I'm trying to stay snatched and pulled together. I'm okay, my bloating is gone. I'm trying to be cute. I can't be cute if I don't take my behind to the gym. Have myself a nice coffee. I have my little breakfast cookies. See, they're all gone because my vitamins, some of them supposed to take with medicine. Some of them supposed to take with food and some of them not. So I made myself some nice breakfast cookies, high protein, give me a lot of energy. And then I could go on off to the gym and keep myself snatched. Keep it all pulled together. My cute does not happen automatically. I have to work at it, but I know your cute happens automatically. Look at you watching these ridiculous videos early in the morning. You know what I want you to do? Have a great, safe day. And today, I will see you at lunchtime, true crime. Tomorrow lunchtime, we're going to talk about that rose petal murder case. Y'all, it's a mess. I'll see you then. Bye.